Hello everyone, Gaming with Big Green, and with the introduction of Mystic Trial, it's kind of relying so much on our power based on certain niches in our account, and I've been having a lot of newer players ask me about power, and even in the 135 account, I'm seeing a lot of people are still getting a good understanding of where their power is coming from. So this video is going to help people and players to the Kingshot community kind of understand each leg of this type of game mode here, and also understand where your power is coming from and what power is going to matter most for your account. Now, that's very important because one of the big areas of power is going to be your troops. Now, a lot of the stuff that we do is going to boost your overall troop power, your technology, your pets, and just your governor gears and charms, all that stuff, even your heroes, all add up to increase your troop power. Now, going into this type of game mode, certain days require certain things. It runs off hero and hero power, pet power, technology power. Now, we don't quite have the War Academy. We're 20 days away from getting the War Academy and T11 troops here in Kingdom 135. Can't wait for that, guys. I swear to God, the War Academy looks so cool. I can't wait to get that. We're going to be able to build that on day one. We're already TG2, about to start our TG3 process. So, you know what I'm saying? As soon as we get the War Academy, we're going to be able to build it up real fast. But looking at this, each day is going to require you to run power off of a certain niche, like your pets or your technology. So if you tap on the power, your little fist up by your icon in the top left corner, that's going to bring you to the battle over, like this is going to bring you to the main menu. Like this is going to show you where all your power is coming from. Again, that's the little fist right by your icon in the top left corner. Now in here, you can see most of my power is coming from my troop power, but if you hit that blue back button, it will also take you to this menu, and it will give you grades versus where other people are at on your server, and kind of give you an idea of what areas you kind of need to work on. This is a very good menu, especially if you're early on and you're trying to figure out how to really boost your power and where can you boost your power. This menu is huge. You can tap on the enhance button on the right, and it will take you to the buildings or to the tech or to the area that you're trying to upgrade. So this is, again, a very important menu here, but you want to kind of use this and gauge where your power is coming from and where can you also boost your power. Again, if you click on it, it will guide you. You click on the power button, say if I want to do tech, I click on that, it take me to my academy. But from there, if you go in here, all these little sub menus, if you see the top left corner of this, if you click on them little bars, the white little bars going across, it will give you a breakdown of your technology stats. You can see in here that my archers are a little bit stronger than my cavalry, and I can also go to increase my infantry health a little bit more. The numbers are about the same as my lethal, and you always want to have your health for your infantry be a little bit on the higher end. So I can come in here, look at my tech overview, and realize like, okay, well, let me increase my infantry health on my next upgrade to kind of give myself the edge to help me in Mystic Trial. Plus, it's going to help your account overall. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can kind of see your stats individually in certain areas and kind of work on that as well. Now, the technology is a little bit easier to control versus doing it like through your pets. Your pets, you really can't control basically your archer, your cavalry, and your infantry's health and lethal. That's going to be basically RNG through upgrading with the runes, but you can control your attack and defense. Now, one thing I want to talk about that's very important, that's going to be your hero and hero power. And you can gain a lot of hero power from your gears. That's going to be where most of your hero power is going to come from. So Your gears are very important. They're going to take a long time to accomplish. That's why we tell everyone to always do arena, save your arena tokens and get mythic gear. And once you have an abundance of mythic gear, you know what I'm saying, the hammers are also a very huge focus as well, because you're going to want to try to get to the ascended gears. But that's going to be a big part of your power. Your stats, I mean, this menu right here is very good. It gives you a breakdown of a lot of stuff that's in your overall account. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very good menu to use. But again, when you're looking at the overall power, that's going to be mostly from your troops. And your troops' power, if you look, I mean, the better your troops are, the more damage and the more power you're going to get from them. So you always want to have a a large amount of your best quantity. And like I got over 600,000 level 10 troops that are TG2. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not where most of my 44 million on my troop power is coming from. It's coming from everything added up, my technology, my pets. All them stats are going towards my troops. Like even my governor gear, as you guys can see here, just off of one gear alone, you can get infantry attack by 34%, defense by 34%, and infantry lethal and health by 40%. That's just off of one gear. So all these stats apply to your troops. So this is what I'm saying, your troop power is very big, but what this game mode of Mystic Trials doing is breaking this down and taking that power that's given to your troops and taking away the other aspects. It takes out the tech power. It takes out the governor gear power. On certain days, you're only running just them stats. So it's a good idea to kind of know where them stats are coming from. And like I said, if you need to make an adjustment, like I can go to increase my infantry health through my tech to kind of give me an edge in Mystic Trial. That's something I would consider. So this, again, hero power too. Like you can see that one's 17 million. Other than my governor gear, like my governor gear could be higher if I had Artisan Vision. That's where my stranglehold was. They've been a little bit more generous with the newer servers, but they kind of kick dirt in the older servers with the Artisan Vision. But hero gear is huge, and most of it's going to come from your gear. Like, sorry, I meant to say hero power is huge, but most of it's going to come from your gear, straight up. That's where most of your power is going to be derivative from. Now, when you're talking about the characters and their overall general power, the star levels will increase the attack and defense. The levels will just increase the escort and the troop capacities. Obviously, the skills will increase the skills, and the gear strength is going to give you your health and lethal. But you can see here, my gear strength makes up a huge part of my character's power. Same thing here. Even though we're just about 1 dot below 4 stars, her power is still coming from her gear power. And you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I really want to try to also increase the levels up, because that's going to increase, or the star level, because that's going to increase the attack and defense. But most of your power is coming from the gears for your hero. So that's going to be a good indicator of where your power is going to be at when you're going into that day of Mystic Trial. Because you can kind of see right here. Now you can kind of see too that even being 3 stars with Marlin and almost 4 stars with Zoe, there's going to be a power difference, because your attack comes from your star levels. And I'll show you that in another sub menu that's going to pop up real quick. But like you can see here, every character that I shown, my gear strength was easier to upgrade, because I can only take the stars so far. I mean, yes, you're going to be only able to take the gear so far, but that limit is a lot farther than acquiring shards to upgrade the star level. Like, like to actually get all 4 gears maxed out is going to be such a journey that a lot of players, like, that's going to be like your biggest journey in this game. is trying to get these gears maxed out. It just takes so much material, so much time to do that. But like I was saying, like, it's very important to identify where your power is coming from. And as you guys can see, we already acquired Rosa down there right next to Margot. So you can see Margot with over 2 stars is slightly stronger. Rosa's at 106. You can see right there, Rosa's at 106. We're just about to hit 2 stars. And we already have the same widget on both too. We got her widget here. And it's a really good widget. It's an increase of lethal and rallies. Now, Margot's widget is defensive, kind of like Jabel. So that's really cool too. She gives lethal for the defense with Margot, and you got Rosa, which is going to increase lethal for the regular rallies. Really like seeing it. Their widgets are really good skills. And like I was saying, your star level is going to be very dependent on your overall attack, and if the characters have a higher base rate like Rosa and Margot has, your star level per that, you know what I'm saying, like, you're going to hit a higher number at 2 stars with Rosa than 2 stars with Saul, because they have a higher flat attack base rate. So that's very important to keep in mind when you're looking at the overall general power of your account. Again, your hero power is going to account for a lot of your power, and all this stuff is going to add up and transfer over to your troop power. But that's where you're going to also want to continuously try to train troops. The more troops you have and the overall power of your troops, that's just going to increase your power of your account. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have 500,000, 600,000 troops and they're TGs and you're pumping a ton of stats into them, that's just going to boost your overall account power, and that's what's going to give you the real big numbers. And you can see right here, you know what I'm saying, like, yes, I'm trying to work on my tech power. That's a little bit harder to do. The times are very long when it comes to the tech power and stuff like that. And again, my governor gear I can't really increase without artisan vision at the moment. So, you know what I'm saying, like, my best areas to keep focusing on my pet power, my hero power, that's going to transfer over to my troop power, and that's also going to help me on days for Mystic Trial. So stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, it all adds up. This game, everything always adds up. That's how we do it. But keep coming back, subscribe. We're going to have a ton more stuff coming out. Today's very eventful. We got, shoot, man, I got Eternity Reach at 1600, Vikings 1700, Vikings at 21 or 1800 again in another kingdom, and then Eternity Reach again at 2100. So I got 4 events to hammer out in a short amount of time. But you guys have fun. Happy Tuesday. You know, our Tuesdays are very eventful here in King Shot. But keep coming back. I want to thank everyone for watching. Please subscribe. I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. This King Shot community is just growing, and I love seeing it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys around.